Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08 and welcome to the 17th episode of my second 1 Billion Iron Ingot Challenge. In today's episode, I am going to set up a tier 4 void ore miner for my new base. But there's a lot of stuff I have to do before I can do that, so let's get started. The first thing I want to work on is some new flux duct. I have my nuclear reactor over there from NuclearCraft, and I have powered it up a little bit since the last episode. It now is running at something like 10,000 RF per tick, which means we need some new flux duct. Right now, the best flux duct I have is hardened flux duct, and that only transfers 4,000 RF per tick, but I think this episode I'm going to go up to the resonant flux duct. So let's get started on that. What I need to build first is the redstone energy flux duct. So it is done with electrum and fused quartz or hardened glass. I can use either as I have both. So let's go ahead and grab just about a stack of that. Actually, you know what? Let's grab a little bit more than that. Let's grab almost 1.5 stacks. So what we have to do with this redstone energy flux duct right here is we have to infuse it with some redstone. And how we can do that is through the magma crucible and the fluid transposer. So let's actually click on this. So we'll need 200 millibuckets of destabilized redstone per flux duct. So let's see what our ratio is here. We'll be using the destabilized redstone ore. So each one of this ore will fill 5 of my flux duct here. So since I have 90, I will need, 90 divided by 5, which would be 18. So I need 18 of the destabilized redstone ore. So let's grab that. 18, cool. And then we'll just throw that in here, and we'll plop down some of our flux duct in here. And that should fill up pretty quickly, thankfully. So, yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have an experienced obelisk and a portable tank here. I don't think I'll be using this episode. I thought about making the cryo-stabilized flux duct, but I think that's a little more than I really need right now, so I'm not going to deal with it. I'm just going to go ahead and make this ender flux duct. So the flux duct I'm actually going to use is the resonant flux duct, and to make the resonant flux duct, I need signalum flux duct. To get signalum flux duct, I need the redstone energy flux duct, which I'm making right now, and that's why I'm making the redstone energy flux duct. Sorry if I was a little confusing there because I didn't totally explain that. But anyways, we'll have all this so we can get the signalum flux duct going. So let's just punch in the recipe here, and then once we get the rest of the redstone flux duct done, I can go ahead and make this all into signalum flux duct and then resonant flux duct. At least that's the plan. So cool. Okay, so for each 3 flux duct, we only need 1 ingot of signalum. And the same goes for the enderium that we're going to be using later. Right now I have more than enough signalum, so let's go ahead and just do all of it. And then now we can just go for the the resonant flux duct, and we can go ahead and use this recipe right here. Boom. That should be enough flux duct for us to make our conduit between the fission reactor from NuclearCraft to the void ore miner. So one more thing I would like to build as well is a capacitor bank for each void ore miner, and the basic capacitor bank won't be enough. It will not hold enough power. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is make 3 capacitor banks, and this is the mid-range version. It can be made in a couple different ways here, but I'm going to go ahead and use this recipe right here. This recipe down here actually uses electrical steel, whereas this recipe does not. So I'm going to go ahead and use this recipe. So I do have some energetic alloy fixed up. It is a pretty simple recipe. It's redstone, gold, and glowstone in equal parts. So let's actually hit the backspace here. I don't know if I have any regular capacitor banks, so let's actually get some of those real fast. That's not a very complicated recipe at all. It's just redstone. Whoops. So let's get this back. Let's make, I should need, 6 of these, and then we can throw those in there. Let's get our capacitor banks next. Oh, whoops, I totally forgot I need to make these guys. So I need some pulverized coal, which I have, and some capacitors, which I may or may not have. Oh, whoops, I need one more of those. There we go. And then, boom, I have my 3 capacitor banks that I need. So that's fantastic. The next thing I need is I actually need the void ore miner, tier 4. Now, the void ore miner that I have currently for this old base is the tier 3 variant, but now I can go ahead and make a tier 4 variant. At least that's the plan. So I need a couple blocks of diamond here. I'm going to need some of this chironite. And I can actually just type this in and do this manually. I need 6 of these blocks. And then I probably need one of the lenses. So actually, let's grab some glass and make a few of the lenses. I should definitely make 3 of them, because I need 2 for the crafting recipes, and then 1 will be for the actual void ore miner itself. So I think I have everything I need. Oh, where's my tier 2? There we go. And then for the tier 4, I have palladium, and I need 6 of these guys. And then boom. So now let's whip out our assembler and see what blocks we need for this. So we need 12 modifiers, and right now we'll use, actually I'm not sure what blocks we will use. Right now we'll make some null modifiers, because that is required for the speed modifiers. So I'm not sure if I have any of the interconnects made. Let's go ahead and make some of those if we can. Apparently I don't have any of these, so let's just make a buttload of these because they're cheap. Iron and redstone is something I have lots of, both of them, so might as well just make a bunch of them. And then, you know what, I've been using this recipe rather than the other recipe, so let's go ahead and use this recipe again. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. No, I clicked on the right thing. That's my bad. I need iron blocks. Whoops. I think I have some iron blocks, but they're in the other system. Okay, so let's try this again. Null modifiers. I keep choosing the wrong things. Okay, so this. 64 of those. Fantastic. 64 of those. Fantastic. So then let's only grab 12 of... Actually, let's grab 24 of these. I'm not sure what the ratio I'm going to be using is. So 12 of these I'm going to make into speed modifiers. And I think, yeah, this right here. I'm going to need more redstone probably. No, I won't. Fantastic. So here's my modifiers. Next we need 5 laser cores. Let's go ahead and do that. So as well as this. So laser cores, 5 of these guys. And what did I run out of? Glass. I think I have more glass over here. If I don't, I can always make some. So that's not really a problem. I'm running a little bit low on glass right now though. So there's my 5 laser cores. That's fantastic. I'm going to need 56 structure panels, so let's get on that. And here they are, 56. I'm probably going to need more of these. Let's also make some gold nuggets, because I know I'm going to need more of those. And let's see if I have everything I need now. So I only need 56 of these, so let's get rid of a few of them. There we go. Now we need 56 of the structure frame tier 4s, I believe. So let me double check that. Yes. So first I need 56 of these. And looks like I'm going to need some more of the concrete mix. That shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Okay, no, it doesn't appear it will be. Okay, so this should be pretty simple. And I'm fairly confident I have enough of the palladium. Okay, cool. So I need 56. Let's go ahead and get rid of a few of these blocks, 8 of them to be exact. And then I think I have everything I need. So let's go ahead and pick this up. Okay, there we go. Let me double check here. Yep, it appears I have everything I need. So let's rock and roll and let's run over there. So here is my new base. Here is my new fission reactor. I upgraded the interior here. So now instead of 20 cells, it has 42 cells. And it also produces 10,200 RF per tick. Currently, my applied energistic system probably uses something like 300 or 400 RF per tick. So we have almost 10,000 RF per tick to play with. Now I forgot I need some sort of storage for the items, and what I'm actually going to use is ender chests. And that's because if I use ender chests, I won't have to route any applied energistics cabling down to my void ore miner area. So let's actually take a look at the ender chests if I can find it. Let's type this in. So ender chest is made like this. Now the problem you might think that I have right now is that I cannot get blaze rods, but that would be kind of wrong, because if I use a compactor with blaze powder, I can actually get blaze rods. So now I need to actually make 2 of these chests, which means I need 8 blaze rods, which means if we look back at the blaze rod recipe, I need 40 of the blaze powder. So let's get 40 blaze powder out. I do have more than enough blaze powder. I also built a compactor. So real fast, compactor is really easy machine to build. It's just another thermal expansion machine. It's made like this. So nothing major. And my compactor's over here. So what we're going to do is just dump the blaze powder in here, and that should craft up real quickly. So what I'm going to do is, while that's crafting up, I'm just going to wait. So I will be right back when this is done. So now the blaze rods are done. Let's grab those and let's make a couple of the ender chests real fast. So I actually typed most of it in. So ender chest, and we do have everything we need. Let's make 2 of these, like I said, and then I will also need an import bus. So let's go ahead and make one of those. Apparently I don't have these made. That shouldn't be a problem. I can actually make these over next door. But I should definitely grab a sticky piston. Apparently, all my rice balls are next door. Okay, so I should definitely have some rice balls over here. If I don't, I'm going to be a little bit upset. So there we go. We have that. We have a sticky piston. Now we have an import bus. And while we're here, if we have some covered cable, let's grab some of that. I may or may not need that. I'm not entirely sure. So what I have done between episodes is I actually dug out an area to where I'm going to put a bunch of these void ore miners. In the future, I'm going to have a lot of these. So what I'm simply doing is I'm going down from here. I have elevators all the way down, and here is where my void ore miners are going to be. So I don't super know how big the tier 4 variant is, but I'm going to roughly count 7, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's say, or let's, my hope is that I will be able to not burn to death when I do this. Shoot. Wasn't what I wanted to do. I need water. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, I should be under the obsidian now. So let's actually fly out. Let's grab my bucket of water. And I don't super know how tall this thing's gonna be. So right now I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate. Actually, what I want to do is I want to dig into the ground here. So let's do this. Like I said, I'm not super sure how big this thing's gonna be, so I'm just guesstimating right now. At one point, I did know exactly how big this thing would be. Right now, I don't. So let's guess right there. Whoops. Whoa. That was a major freeze. That was weird. So let's actually get rid of some of this cobblestone. Let's start building this thing. Let's see. Do I have it tall? I'm kind of thinking I need to move this up just one. So what I'm going to do real fast is get rid of this lava because it might eat some of my blocks and I don't want that to happen. And then we're going to pick this thing back up because I think I want to move it up one. So I think the controller should be right here. I'm pretty sure this will work. So let's go ahead and try this again. Once we pick everything up, of course. I do know roughly how many of these blocks. I know I need 56 of those blocks. So if I'm missing some of them, it means they're somewhere on the ground. Okay, so we have them all back. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's also get rid of these guys. In addition, I know my corners aren't quite big enough, so let's kick those out real fast. And then let's try this again. Okay, so that looks good. Currently, it's using all of the speed modifiers, it looks like, rather than the null modifiers, which is completely fine. I will definitely have to swap a few of those out because if I had just left the speed modifiers in, I believe it would take too much power. So it looks like it's done now. Let's go ahead and click it again to see how much power it will be drawing. It says 900, but that's not right. No, that's not right. Interesting. So the tier 3 or tier 2 variant, when you right clicked it, it would show the adjusted value, but this is not, and I'm not really sure why, but maybe it will once we start powering it. So my capacitor blocks are going to go like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set them to be, I'm going to set this to be output, I'm going to set this to be off, and then I'm going to use my wrench, and we are going to change this up. I want it to show the I/O. Oh, not there. So over here, let's have the meter be over here, and then over here we can have the I/O as well. You know what? Actually, let's change this to be I/O as well. I just like the look of it better. And I keep going past. So anyways, just by looking at it, I should be able to get a decent amount of information. The next thing I'm going to do is on the top here, I'm going to have this be input. And this is where I'm going to connect up the flux duct to. So let's go ahead and start running our flux duct. And I think I'm going to run it up from, say, like right here. Oh, whoops. And I knew this was going to be a pain. If I do this, I think we'll be all right. Okay, so that's connected. Let's get rid of this rogue piece right here. And then let's... And then now I can use the elevator to come up here and do this. Okay, not too much left. So this is just gonna pop up actually behind the wall. Totally forgot about that. Actually, that might be useful in the future. I can hide the cable, but for right now, I'm not gonna worry about hiding the cable. I am just simply going to not worry about it right now. So what I've done is I've actually rerouted a few things here. I've changed up the item conduit to run into the side of the controller because I actually need to completely swap this out. So let's go ahead and get rid of it right now. And then I'm going to run this resonant conduit instead. Fantastic. And then let's just run this over. And I will clean this up at some point, but for right now, I just want to make sure that everything's going to work like it needs to. So I'm not really worried about it. Okay, so it should be getting power down there. Let's go ahead and take a look if it is. Okay, so 17,000 RF per tick is too much. So what I need to do is I need to replace some of the modifier blocks with null modifiers. Now I want it to run somewhere, say around 9,000 RF per tick, just to be a little bit safe here. So I'm going to replace 7 of these guys, I think, with null modifiers, and then see where I'm at after that. You know what, I'll do 6. I'll start out with 6. Okay, where are we at now? 8,882. I think that's perfect. So right now I'm starting to get stuff into the chest right here, so I actually need to set up an import bus somewhere with another ender chest, but that won't be an issue. What I can actually do is, let's go ahead and put it right here, because I can just slap down the import bus right here, and that will be fantastic. One more thing I would like to do is I would like to add some acceleration cards to this import bus, and that's because I'm just afraid that I'm going to actually make stuff faster than I can import it. Right now that doesn't seem to be the case, but in the future I think it will be. So let's go ahead and see if I can't make a few of those right now. Whoops. So let's just look up card. We can use up to 4, so I went ahead and made 4 of the advanced cards, and then we can translate that into 4 of the acceleration cards. So that's pretty fantastic. Let's get rid of a bunch of this stuff that we don't need anymore. And then actually I want to grab some stone, and I might want to clean up some stuff. So it doesn't really look like I have any extra flux duct right now, and I might need some if I actually want to clean that stuff up, like my cabling here, because it's just ugly. But anyways, what I can do right now is I can use some covers, and actually let's do this. So I can just use covers to make that nice and neat on both sides here. And then let's do that, let's do that. And you know what, let's do this as well. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, so I also want to clean this up. So let's do that. And then let me hit F7. Let me see where I need to put some new torches, because I got rid of a few of them. Looks like I'm going to need just about one more torch. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so I don't see any more red spots, so let's go ahead and hit F7 again. Right now it looks like we have some spare energy here, and that's awesome. 8,882 RF per tick. I'm getting a decent amount of stuff, as you might be able to tell right now, and it's all being imported into the system. I think the next step of my build for my new base is going to get some automatic ore processing going, because obviously most of the stuff has nowhere to go. The only thing being processed at all is the thorium, and you can actually see that right now being processed. But other than that, none of it's being processed. So I should probably do something about that in the near future. But for right now, I'm pretty happy. So in today's episode, I built my tier 4 void ore miner, and it is down here. I also have it powered, and all of the stuff is being imported into my new applied energetics system at my new base here. So I'm pretty happy with everything. So I'm definitely getting a lot more stuff than I have been. And yeah, I'm on my way to 1 billion iron ingots. I know right now I have something like 10,000, but whatever. It's progress. So I'm pretty happy. Anyways, if you liked today's episode, definitely give it a like. If you enjoy watching automation in modded Minecraft, definitely consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.